Well, it really began and ended with the connections with community people. We made sure we had community representation on the board, on the committees, the way we organized volunteers. We were very successful in bringing in a diversity of people and donors to engage. But the cutting edge for us, we didn't want people just doing for the community. We wanted them to be in relationship with to the community. In the mid 80s and late 80s when we were doing this, that really wasn't easy. A lot of people were more comfortable with giving and doing for rather than doing with. So that was really a growth edge. One of my best memories is we would have an annual a dinner. We had Thanksgiving dinners, Easter dinners, and lunches, and we get great volunteers from all over the city, diverse volunteers, and they donated food and they served. Uh, but when I looked at across the audience, they were not eating with people, and so that was a growth edge for them to appreciate it. Wasn't about doing for, it's doing with. Um, and so I served on. Actually, I served as the board chair for about 6 years, um, and so we created the early years. We a neighborhood association, very volunteer intensive. Food was a big deal at Liberation Community, and the cooks, the chefs were all Poly residents. A diversity of Poly residents. Back in those early years, Poly was really close to being about a third Caucasian, a third Hispanic, and a third African American. It was really close. A number of them were elderly, but a lot of young people as well. And so we were very intensive. We had community gardens. The community gardens was one of our strategies to build relationships. It also provided food for elderly and for the families through our food pantry. But the real impact of our community gardens was getting people to work together for something positive and productive. We did a lot of forums around education, helping parents get involved, and not always parents. Often it was uncles and siblings and neighbors, all involved with advocating for the children and students in the community. So we wasn't a single problem focus. It was multi-tiered problems, because that's what the community said to us.